Hello, my wonderful children. So, we are getting into chapter 9, which is all about measurement of two-dimensional shapes. So, all the two-dimensional shapes we know and love, we are going to start to measure those shapes and figure out how to find area, how to find perimeter, how to find circumference, how to find all the different things. So, we're going to start off with the most basic of the things, which is perimeter. Now, perimeter is the distance around a figure. Around a geometric figure. It's how far something is around the shape. So if I were to have this wonderful triangle here, and I said, all right, this is 9 centimeters, this is 11 centimeters, and this is 12 centimeters, I can find the perimeter by adding all the sides up. Perimeter equals 9 plus 11 plus 12, or the perimeter equals 32 centimeters. Okay, so that would be how we're talking about our perimeter, is just saying, all right, this is adding up all the sides of a shape. Now, we're going to, in this chapter, be finding a lot of different formulas, a lot of different ways that we just plug our numbers in and solve for what we're looking for. So, I'm going to heavily suggest that you start a list of formulas. And so we're going to start one over here. It's going to be our Chapter 9 formulas. Chapter 9 formulas. And so, as we go through chapter 9, we're going to be adding lots of formulas to this section here. So we're going to start with perimeter. And perimeter is add up all the sides. To find the perimeter, we add up all the sides. And units stay the same. Okay? Perimeter, we add up all the sides, and our units will stay the same. Now, specifically, if we want to find the perimeter of a rectangle, we can use a formula for that, right? Let's say I have a rectangle over here, and I know that this side is 8 feet, and this side is 10 feet. Okay? Remember, since I know that a triangle, this side is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this side, I know that I have two lengths, right? If this is my length and this is my width, I have two lengths plus two of my widths will equal my perimeter. And that is my formula, actually. Perimeter equals 2 lengths times 2 of the widths. Okay, so for this, I would take my length and substitute it into my formula here. So perimeter equals 2 times 10 plus 2 times 8. 2 times 10 is 20. 2 times 8 is 16. 20 plus 16 is 36 feet as a perimeter. Okay, so if we're looking at a rectangle and we only know one side and the other side, multiply both of those sides by 2 and then add them together. Okay, an example of that would say, okay, what if I have a rectangle that is 15 meters and 32 meters. What is my perimeter? Yes, multiply both these numbers by 2, add them up, and I get a grand total of 94 meters. Great job. That is perimeter. Okay, so perimeter, add up all the sides you know. That gives us our perimeter. Now, we're going to spend a little more time today is on circumference. What just happened? I don't know what that was. Circumference. Now, that's going very slow. Circumference is the distance around a circle. So, like perimeters around a geometric figure, circumference is just the circle version of a perimeter. Okay? So, circle version of perimeter. And so, we use a formula for the circumference, and our formula for circumference involves everyone's favorite dessert treat, pi, which pi is the ratio of circumference over diameter. So in any perfect circle, if you take the circumference and you divide it by the diameter, you get pi every time. And we say that pi is roughly 3.14 or 22 divided by 7. Either of these will get you approximate enough to pi. So we're going to use both of these. I would focus more on this 3.14 situation because who likes fractions? Nobody. But we're going to focus more on this 3.14. Okay. And so circumference has two different ways that we can formula this. So we have circumference equals pi times diameter, or circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius. Okay? So if we know diameter, we're going to use our diameter formula. If we know radius, we're going to use our radius formula. The only difference is one of them you times by 2 because it takes 2 radii to make a diameter. Okay, so that's the reason why we're going to multiply by 2 if we need to. Now, let's draw me a circle here and solve out some math. Here's my circle, and I know that the diameter of my circle is 8 inches. So I know diameter, so I'm going to use my diameter formula. Pi, circumference, equals pi times diameter. I know my diameter, so I'm going to plug that in where I know it. Circumference equals pi times 8. And I know pi is 3.14. Circumference equals 3.14 times 8. I'm going to multiply those together, and I'm going to get circumference is somewhere around the ballpark of 25.12. Now, some of your calculators might have a pi button on them. Okay, some of your calculators might have a pi button. Don't use it. Please use 3.14 because when you're trying to do the work, if you just use your pi button, since pi is actually greater than 3.14, it's going to give you an answer that's not exactly what, that's probably more exact, but not the simplified version using 3.14. So if we're doing things like IXL or bookwork or whatever, and it says use 3.14. Please use 3.14. Don't just use the pi button. Life will be a lot more complicated if we're just using that pi button. Okay? Thanks. All right. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. All right, let's say I have a new circle. That definitely isn't the same circle I just drew. But I have a new circle, and on this new circle, I have a radius of 14 inches. What is my circumference? All right, while you're working that out, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.